Okay, we got Ice Cube taking us into this one. This is the HiSenior Mega 5EST. It's a special edition. It is a very nice set. If you are a subscriber to my channel and you comment below this video, you will qualify to win it, and it's a $500 set. Give it a thumbs up if you generally like the video. Let's go ahead and take a look at the frequency graph really quick. I don't put too much into graphs. I would say that this is relatively, nothing's jumping out that seems not matching my ear, except it seems like the bass is a little bit light. It's under my target, but it doesn't play back like that to my ear. The low frequency is apparently a wild card with measurement rigs of this type 711, so there's that. Let's go ahead and talk about my scoring system. Oh, hey, look, I'm still working on my album art on J River. The Forever Journey continues. Dumpster fire. Throw it in the dumpster and turn it back to carbon so it goes back into the earth and people forget it existed. Next would be hope it was free, like explains itself. Coping is king. Coping is working, excuse me. Coping is king. that's the industry is what they hope. Coping is working. You put on foam tips, you did a little bit of EQ. That's not the stuff you wanted to do, but you did it and it's working out. It's not what the reviewer said it was, but you made it kind of like that. But that's not really a wreck though, is it? Competes with its peers. That's a kind of a wreck, because sometimes I don't agree with the peers, but it competes with the ones that are said to be good. That's not a bad rank, but that would be, I'd buy it. That's a pretty good rank, actually. I would take my money and invest it in that. I'm tired of looking at those blank non-albums because I have done some albums. Let's put it right there. Okay, we'll leave it there. It looks much better. Next would be, I'm gonna hype this. Like, that's the top of the line where people don't know enough about this. I know for a fact, in my opinion, my very subjective opinion, that this is an excellent set and people should know more about it. So that's the score. Let's go ahead and talk about the set. When we talk about music, which is what this is all about, shout out to Tupac, shout out to Jimi Hendrix and Pink Floyd and Van Halen. I'm going to break my back right here. And some Led Zeppelin and some Bob Marley. And some Alice in Chains and some Akon and some Aerosmith and America. And Big Boy over there and the Allman Brothers. Back to the music here. Starting with the treble, we're talking about tracks like If 6 Was 9, Castles Made of Sand. In particular, All Along the Watchtower, the final solo by Jimi Hendrix. It sounds great. This is distortion and feedback. He's doing all kinds of stuff. It sounds excellent. Doesn't sound too busy or sound fatiguing. As we move into cymbals, which are essentially explosions right around this area right here. The stick hits at around 530 we measured, and then you've got a majority of the explosion. Remember, there's undertones too. There's not just going left to right, but the ones that will most likely bother you are not really bothering me, and they sound very natural. So cymbals actually sound great. As we get into the mids, we're talking mostly about vocals with a library that's like mine, which is hip hop, R&B, classic rock, grunge, rock in general centric, with a little bit of classic, Vivaldi, Verdi, Tchaikovsky. Can name them off because that's really all I listen to. Tchaikovsky, I love the waltzes, energetic. Verdi, Vivaldi, I just like it. And then some other composers sound kind of brooding and dreading and depressing, actually, to me. So I think that the mids sound great because they do vocals good. Chris Cornell doing the Sinead O'Connor doing the Prince thing sounds excellent. Nothing compares to you. Grateful Dead, Ripple. Reach out your hand if your cup be empty. And I forget the next word. It's absolutely classic. That song is talking about multiple religions and within the text. Like if you read the lyrics, that's coming from the Christian books and also from Muslim texts, and they're really doing everything. Hindu. It's very much like George Harrison, and what is that called? My Sweet Lord. Same kind of thing going on there. Love that track, Grateful Dead, Ripple. Absolutely dope. So guitars, vocals, all of that stuff sounds very good in this set. As we get down into the bass, which is where if you look at the graph, you think that might be lacking just a little bit. Actually, no. Violent Femmes 4-string bass guitar with the pulls, the releases, the plucks, the snappy, the ringing on the string. It's all there. It all sounds quite good. Big Boy Killjoy, the triple drop. lowest being at 38 hertz. So we're talking about hip hop jams. Sounds good. I can get the 38 hertz drop, unlike on the Timsock. However, I would say that if you're hip hop centric and R&B library, like that's a majority of your library, this might not be the ideal set. But everything else I can think of that has vocals in it or classical music would absolutely get this wreck. This is a very good set. So is it a dumpster fire? Bing. No, it's not. Is it, do I hope you got it for free? Ooh, you would be scoring if you did. So, but bang on that, because that's the score thing. Coping is working. Bang. I didn't cope on this at all. Competes with its peers. No bats on that. That it does. I'd buy it. Can you hear that? Wicked, The Predator, Ice Cube. I'm going to hype it. This is $5.50. I'm sorry for the delay. People's money is sometimes spent on the way that I say a word, not the word. I'm going to put it on I'd buy it, because I absolutely would. And I'm going to give it away. So if the company says, hey, I just PayPal the money, I don't really care. Which would mean I had bought it. So very good set. A little bit confused why it doesn't get more love. Is it the price range? I think there's stuff in the 1,000, 1.5, 2K that are not or about the same quality as this set. Is it the lack of their exposure? I don't know. That's another video. Very well done. Very well done. There's a video for this, for Wicked, for Ice Cube. Right there. Can't wait to go back to Hawaii and slam this up the Alawai. And I am out.